Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session to help find something of critical importance. It was created for a client that deep down believed that they were looking for something that would give them deep insight, a breakthrough, a level of distinction and inspiration that would be life-changing for them. They were also deeply religious. I think it's worth being completely upfront and honest because there are biblical and religious references in this hypnosis session. I myself am an atheist. I don't believe in one God, but I would say that I believe in the power of beliefs, and I think that the Bible has some very powerful metaphors and stories and a lot of empowering belief systems, even though I'm not religious myself. This client was religious, and I think it's useful to harness the relationships or the belief systems that the individual, as a hypnotherapist that I'm working with, to maximize positive change. So they had a certain frame of reference and a vision of a biblical story of Job, who was searching for treasure in the mine secretly without anyone knowing that they were doing that. And the original story of Job in the mines is a metaphor for two things, really. One, of the sense of diligent pursuit of something valuable, but also it has connotations of being punished and almost not believed and given reputation that is not deserving. This client saw that metaphor very much as diligently pursuing something important. So there is an element here of an archaeological metaphor that then feeds into a biblical metaphor, all linked to the idea of finding something precious and valuable, not material, but wisdom, insight, and something emotional. It also has a link to forgiveness, which was one of the things they felt was getting in the way of them moving forward. If you feel that you are on the verge of a breakthrough and you think hypnosis could help, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule that free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a sense of relief and release. As that breath leaves your body in your outward breath, feel a sense of letting go. But when you breathe in a sense of strength, a sense of goodness, a sense of self-acceptance and self-love. Breathe in all of the respect, acknowledgement, validation maybe you wished you had in the past. A gift you're giving from yourself to yourself in that inward breath. And when you breathe out, let go of any shame, any guilt, any anger. Feel that it's time to let that go. As you breathe out, notice tension is melting away from your forehead, jaw, neck, and shoulders. On every outward breath, you're releasing, and every inward breath, you're giving your mind, body, and soul exactly what it needs. As you breathe in and breathe out, use the power of your imagination to imagine an archaeological site that has discovered something from the ancient world, perhaps even from biblical times. I want you to imagine that archaeologists have found the mythical and metaphorical mines of Job. And I want you to get a sense that you are on the excavation of those mines. Perhaps you can imagine them in a desert or in some random wasteland somewhere. And I want you to feel you are searching for a portal back in time to the original mine of Job. And perhaps you have the very tools needed to excavate this terrain. Maybe that's high technology like radar, or maybe low tech like a hammer, a pick, a brush, to dust off sand of ancient artifacts. This isn't random searching. This is purposeful searching. Methodical, meticulous. I want you to get a sense that you are doing this on your own. No one else around. No one else has found the ancient ruins of a biblical mine. But imagine that you have. And you're looking for more than just clues. You're looking for a portal through space and time to go all the way back. And the more thorough you search, the more you increase the probability of discovery. As you search, as you excavate, I want you to get a wonderful feeling of making progress. And the more progress you make, the more you feel you're honing in on a groundbreaking discovery. Your body relaxes, continuing to release tension, stress, and worries. Breathing in that resourceful feeling and letting go of everything that could impede your search. They say anger clouds judgment. Anger doesn't help with your search. It keeps you focused on your past. And to search well, you need to be fully present. So I want you to imagine there is a vision of someone that needs your forgiveness. I want you to see them, see their face, see their body. And I want you to hear an acknowledgement from them that they're not perfect, that they made mistakes, that they should have and could have done things differently, better, that they are a deeply flawed individual. And I want you to acknowledge and accept that. No one is perfect. We've all made mistakes. And as you acknowledge theirs, you feel a desire to forgive, knowing that in forgiving them, you become free from pain and anger, but also that it will amplify your ability to search. And when you're ready to forgive them, imagine doing it. That you're there telling this vision of this individual that they are now forgiven, that you forgive them. And in doing so, feel that you are letting go of pain and anger, but also see that they are doing the same. They are letting go of pain. And maybe that pain for them is regret, guilt, shame. By forgiving them, you are giving them a gift and yourself a gift at the same time. And when you feel that they are forgiven, let me know by nodding your head. Imagine hugging this vision of this person, knowing it's not them, just a representation of them. And then they disappear. During the hug, dematerialize. But you know you've closed a loop and moved forward. And then when you return to this excavation site, everything seems clearer. This meticulous, methodical process of searching seems more efficient, more effective than ever before. And then you discover it. A portal throughout space and time. And maybe this portal is an object that when touched teleports you back in time, or maybe it's like a swirling wormhole that you can walk through and enter a new realm. And when you're ready to harness the power of the portal, let me know by nodding your head. And then do so. And And in doing so, feel that you're taken back thousands of years. And I want you to imagine witnessing a lone man mining in an open mine, in secret, in private, looking for something valuable. And to the outside world, they may assume that it's silver, gold, or jewels. But you know better. That wisdom, insight, realizations and distinctions are infinitely more valuable than treasure. But I want you to be connected. Connected, not with the idea that this ancient Job is being punished, but this is a voluntary quest. The pursuit of something real and valuable. Not for accolades, not for recognition, not for status or prestige. For the pursuit of truth and wisdom. And step into that body of Job. Feel like you are them and they are you, and that it is you in this mine, an open mine in ancient times, holding the pick in your hand. Feel the heat of the sun on your skin, and feeling that you are on a diligent quest for something priceless. That's it. And while you're diligently digging around that mine, you open your mind to new ways of thinking. Things that could help you on this diligent search. And in doing so, you feel a profound sense of empowerment as you search for answers and insights, knowing you are guided by a higher purpose. That deep in your soul, you know that recent events have happened for a reason, leading you to meaningful and life-changing discoveries. You embrace the quote that the greatest sadness, where the only way to survive was to excavate everything, somehow feels like it resonates deeply with your journey. And you can acknowledge your resilience, having survived the most challenging of times with grace, strength, and perspective. And each day, slowly but surely, you feel more peaceful and empowered, especially after someone that was so crucial in your life is no longer there. You're able to find solace in your inner strength, acknowledging that when one door closes, many more open. That you are now carrying a responsibility and feel that desire to care, to support, to connect, to encourage, opening up. feeling that it can only strengthen a deep bond. A bond that will enhance your own empathy and compassion. Trust that your own health journey, as challenging as it may be, is leading you to profound insights and potentially life-changing solutions. Be grateful for those things that are helping. Perhaps prayer, reading, exercise or journaling. Community of people with shared beliefs. Notice how much of that brings you clarity and inner peace, perhaps helping you and guiding you towards your true path. As one chapter closes, it's inevitable that a new chapter begins. But as you think about a particular chapter of your life coming to an end, that only emboldens your search for what could be included in that new chapter. And maybe this was the right time, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. And notice, even though you haven't found what you're looking for yet, notice just how confident you are in finding that new direction, knowing that it is unfolding organically through your dedication and faith. For some reason, you think of Einstein and the idea of persistence, consistency, dedication, perhaps recognizing those qualities of determination within you. And like Job, diligently and in a dedicated way, searching for those profound discoveries. For Einstein, it was a theory, and for Job, it was wisdom. And I wonder what it might be for you. Because your search for wisdom and answers is fueled by a deep inner drive. Knowing perhaps that maybe those childhood experiences are the very fuel for this dedicated excavation. But if that excavation leads to incredible discoveries that end up impacting the world, then wasn't it all for a reason? I want you to get a sense that you can honor the hard work and dedication, those things that you did for others, irrespective of appreciation or acknowledgement, simply because it was the right thing to do. As you know, just how much that you've grown wiser and more insightful through those challenges and responsibilities that you've faced. At a time when many people would have stepped away, you stepped up. And you can be proud of the responsibilities that you took that not everybody would have. Feel your sense of empathy only growing stronger And perhaps this rekindling of an old connection enables you to enrich your life, giving you a gift of humor, love, deep connection and gratitude. This isn't a burden, it's a gift. And feel privileged to be given this gift, because you see potential and beauty in everyone, especially yourself, even when circumstances are difficult. You are gifted in finding new directions and solutions, and you can trust that they come to you naturally through prayer or your connection with God. So feel just like Job, deep in the pit of that mine. This isn't a problem, a punishment, or a burden. It's a purpose. You're on a quest. You feel inspired and diligent, looking for the most valuable of treasure, which for you could just be wisdom and understanding. Because your search for answers feels like it's uncovering hidden jewels, each discovery bringing you closer to your true self. And if your unconscious mind agrees that you are on a meaningful path guided by your inner wisdom, let me know by nodding your head. And that every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth and deeper understanding. And that you are open to the insights, the epiphanies that come from your dedicated search, knowing that any day, in any moment, you could be struck with inspiration, unexplainable how, but just knowing that it's there, as you embrace the idea that good things can come from even the most challenging experiences, and that your faith, combined with Einstein's persistence, lead you to profound and life-changing realizations. And as you feel that deep sense of fulfillment just by searching, irrespective of what you find, you know that it has a positive impact on your life and perhaps the world around. And then imagine finding something sparkling in the sun there in the mine. I want you to imagine that you found something truly valuable. The most valuable thing that you can find, imagine finding it. The most precious thing has been discovered. Hold on to it, keep it safe, and bring it back to your reality. As you hold on to that priceless, valuable treasure and walk back through the portal, finding yourself on that archaeological site, realizing you still have that valuable, priceless item with you, and deciding to take that back to the present. As you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Feel like you're returning to the present with a deep sense of positive anticipation with you. as I now count from 1 to 10 to enable you to be fully alert, present, and awake in this moment. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3. Starting to wake. 4, 5, 6. Eyes fully open. 7, 8. That's it. Fully alert. Here in the moment. 9, 10. Fully wide awake. Wide awake. Wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.